On a hot summer day in Spokane, William Barry is enjoying a long-distance bike ride. And what's going through his mind as he rides in the summer heat? That's right, Christmas music, played on brass instruments. William is a composer, arranger, educator, Spokane Symphony member, principal trumpet player in the Walla Walla Symphony, and is the founder and music director of Spokane's Clarion Brass. Since 1992, the Clarion Brass has performed Williams' compositions and his unique arrangements of Christmas favorites.
All of the Christmas stuff for Clarion is probably what I'm best known for, and it's hard to say where composition starts and arrangement ends. I don't possibly more creative projects, but Clarion is pretty creative.
Clarion members are high-level musicians, many from the Spokane Symphony. William puts them through their musical paces with his distinctive compositions and arrangements.
There's a bunch of good players here. There's a good diversity. We've got strong jazz players, strong orchestral players, people who've played all kinds of styles, and excellent musicians. And so I get to experiment and throw at them some pretty hard stuff and take them out of their comfort zone. I write with the particular people in mind, that the guy who can play high notes really well or the guy who can play jazz solos really well, and give that part to them. I'm writing a part for myself, but it's a lot different to have written it and to actually play it. So sometimes I'm in there listening to what's going on and I'm really not playing my own part very well. I guess I need to practice this too. But a lot of it's pretty hard, and I kind of keep my eye on the exit. You pass something out, we read through it and have to be ready to run for the door.
William can relax because year after year, almost everyone in the Clarion Brass keeps coming back.
I think people are happy to be in there. I'm happy to have them, but I noticed in their resumes and bios, they always list Clarion near the top of the things they do. I think they're pretty happy to be, playing and recording and doing cutting edge stuff. Cutting edge. You didn't even know Christmas music had a cutting edge, did you?
As music director, William schedules performances, decides what songs to play, and performs other duties. Usually the music director is also the conductor, but everyone in Clarion Brass, including William, agrees that he is more valuable as a trumpet player. So he's handed the conducting reins over to fellow musician Robert Spital.
And it's a weird relationship to have him be in charge and run rehearsals and conduct the concerts, but it's all my music and I'm still kind of calling the shots. And I'm sitting there in the group and playing my own music, just one of my parts, but somebody else is in charge of really how it's going together, and what he brings to it is something maybe a little different from what I had in mind, and sometimes that adds something. The question comes up of, well, how do you write? And I don't know where the ideas come from, but I just hear stuff in my head, and it's good ear training or something, but anything that I hear I can write down. I think I learned to read music before I learned to read English. But actually most of my thinking time is riding a bicycle. I go out for long distance rides on a road bike and hours at a time can think of stuff. That kind of clears the mind.
Williams' arrangements have been performed by other groups, including the New York Philharmonic Brass and San Francisco's Bay Brass. Perhaps the most famous group to perform Williams' music is the Canadian Brass.
And so I got to fly out to New York and hear the Canadian Brass and the New York Philharmonic Brass section and do my stuff in Avery Fisher Hall, and and got to stand up and wave, and they said he's from Spokane. It's for New York people, that's interesting. It's always fun. From here they think, oh, somebody's from New York, they must be good, but all the people in New York, it's like, wow, somebody who's from Spokane.
Back in Spokane, William Barry and the Clarion Brass continue to delight audiences with their own brand of music.
It's fun to hear when it works and it just comes together, and it's pretty exciting. It's just a gas to sit in the middle of the group and have that happen.
If you have an idea for Northwest Profiles, send it to KSPS TV, 3911 South Regal, Spokane, Washington 99223. Northwest Profiles is a presentation of KSPS Public Television.